We can finally go for the honeymoon at last. I can't believe it's only a week away. I'm so excited and looking forward to it.
Me too. We've got 9 days and we're going to have so much fun.
I think I'm going to buy a French guidebook on my way home from work because it's so important to do some research in advance.
Agreed. Let's find some good restaurants. I want to know where the best wine is.
I want to go to a restaurant with a famous chef.
Most of famous restaurants are in Paris, so we should check that out.
Got it. It's our long-awaited honeymoon, so let's splurge.
Of course. Oh, and by the way, my mom is looking forward to it too.
Your mom? Why?
Because she's never been abroad. She's looking forward to it more than we are.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? I don't understand why your mom is involved.
What? Didn't I tell you? Since Mom has never been on an overseas trip before, she decided to join us.
I didn't know about that. It isn't a family trip. It's our honeymoon, Luther.
That's why Mom wants to join us. It's safer than going with a stranger, right?
I thought you said no to her.
How could I say no? It's Mom's request.
It's impossible. Let me say it again. It's our honeymoon.
Isn't it okay to have one more person on the trip? We're family anyway.
I've never heard about a mother who joins her son on his honeymoon trip. This is just unbelievable.
Well, Mom is different from other people.
Stop kidding me. I'm just saying that it's against the common sense.
It's just a trip, so it isn't a big deal. Are you telling me that you hate Mom?
That's not the point. This is not an ordinary trip. It's our long-awaited honeymoon.
It's still a trip, right? I just want to make Mom happy.
I mean, didn't your father say anything about that?
Dad's not going. I thought Mom will be lonely, so I invited Dad too, but he refused.
Oh my God, are you serious? Your dad did the right thing.
Is that so? I thought Dad said that because he hates going abroad.
I told you that's not what I meant. He was trying to tell you that there's no way he's going because it's our honeymoon.
You're just overreacting. Stop saying honeymoon over and over again. It's just a trip.
We've booked a nice hotel since it's our honeymoon, haven't we? I want to make it special for just the two of us.
It'll be a great memory for sure. Anyway, I want you to add an extra room. Also, please arrange Mom's airplane ticket.
Seriously? I told you that it isn't a family trip, didn't I? I can't believe you just said that.
What are you talking about?
I'm not going to arrange it. It's impossible.
You work at the airport, so it's easy for you to arrange the ticket, right? If possible, I want you to book the business class.
Stop talking nonsense. I'm getting dizzy.
Mom's getting old, so it's a torture to let her sit at the economy class for a long flight. We're young, so it's fine. Can you at least arrange that?
I can't.
You are a terrible person, Kelly. Mom said that it doesn't matter if we can't sit next to each other, so you could at least arrange her seat in business class.
I told you it's impossible. I didn't give permission for your mom to come with us in the first place.
Don't say that. Mom's so excited. You can speak French since that was your major in college, so she's counting on you. You should be proud since Mom seldom praise other people.
I don't care about that. Is she going to follow us every day during the trip?
Of course. I can't just let her travel alone overseas. She'll join us when we eat out too.
Do you really understand what a honeymoon trip is, Luther?
Mom isn't a selfish woman, you know. That's why we will be staying at a different room, so don't worry about that.
That's not the point.
She's expecting a honeymoon baby, so she doesn't want to intrude us. We're gonna have to work on that.
What? That's gross.
Hey, that's a terrible thing to say.
I don't think so. Anyway, if you really want your mom to come with us, I won't go.
Oh, come on, don't be so selfish.
Your mother is the one who's selfish. It's our honeymoon. It has to be just the two of us.
For your information, it'll be just the two of us in the hotel room.
We're going for a honeymoon trip to make memories together, right?
We can make memories, it's not a problem. Why are you so obsessed with making memories?
There will be one extra person there, so she'll ruin the memories.
You're being too rude. Think about how you say it. We're a family now.
We're a family, so normally your mom would refrain from joining us, just like what your father did.
Mom says she wants to go abroad a lot from now on. I can't imagine what the future holds if you don't want her to come with us.
Are you going to treat me like a tour conductor? That's too selfish.
I didn't say that. You can speak foreign language and you work at the airport.
Anyway, I'll never go if your mom is going.
If you keep talking like that, I'm leaving you.
Go ahead. I know how desperate you are to go on a trip with your mom. Are you telling me that you're prioritizing your mom instead of me? Fine then.
Why would I do that? I want to go with the three of us.
That's just unacceptable. I definitely refuse. For your information, I don't like your mom.
So now you're criticizing my mom, huh? That's enough.
I'm going to take this opportunity to say it outright. She makes fun of me a lot and she's also vulgar.
She's my mom. Well then, I'll make the arrangements.
You can do whatever you want. I'm definitely not booking a flight. If your mom is coming together with us, I'm not going.
Fine, have it your way, you stonehead.
If you seriously don't understand my feelings, I'll think about some things related to our future.
You're overreacting. It's just a trip. I'll take care of everything. Just calm down for now.
I'm perfectly calm, so you don't have to worry about me.
Got it. It's 9 days ahead, so maybe you'll change your mind by then.
I won't change my mind. You'd know that, don't you?
Let's just end this conversation for now. I'll take care of the extra arrangements.
You can do whatever you want. I won't change my mind.
You don't want to be in a bad mood during the trip, do you? Just do me a favor.
As it turns out, my husband really did arrange the airline tickets and hotel room for his mom. I was so disgusted by his behavior that I secretly canceled the tickets in my name. Also, I was deeply disillusionized by my husband's complete disregard for my arguments. My husband doesn't care about my feelings at all until the day of the trip.
Hey, I'm waiting for you at the airport.
What? Are you stupid? You left me at home and went straight there, didn't you?
You said you weren't going, so I'm just waiting for you to come back later. Me and Mom are being nice to you, aren't we?
Huh? I told you that I'm not going, didn't I?
Mom's waiting for you too. We're running out of time. She's gonna get really mad.
Let her be angry then. I'm seriously telling you that I'm not going. I've already canceled my ticket and hotel room.
What? You're seriously not going? It's your dream trip to France. I can't believe you just canceled it.
It was our honeymoon, but you insisted of having your mom joining us.
I'm so disappointed at you, Kelly. You're too stubborn.
Don't you get it? You haven't even spoken to me at home until today.
It was hard for me to do that because you were so angry the whole time. I can feel that. I thought the trip would cheer you up, so I was being patient.
What? I can't believe you just said that.
Well, I can't believe you're that mad at me. Just cut it out, okay?
I think you must do some Google search to find out the meaning of a honeymoon trip. I've been looking forward to it, but you've been ignoring my feelings.
Why don't you just go with us? No one said anything about not going. You're really stubborn, aren't you? I'm appalled.
I'm the one who's appalled. Did you forget that we have wedding photos planned for our honeymoon? We even planned to see the night view.
We just need to ask Mom to join us. Besides, we can see the night view together, so what's the problem? I think it's more fun if we have more people getting involved.
Don't you think it's a huge problem to have a night view date with your mom joining? Are you saying that you don't mind having your mother there for a romantic wedding photo shoot?
You're not my girlfriend anymore. You're my wife and you're our family. To be honest, I thought it would be more fun with Mom there.
Huh? What makes you think so? I don't understand.
Leaving my mom who gave birth to me to go abroad on her own, it's a little awkward. Mom is a special person to me.
You never said that when we were dating. We went on trips, but you didn't bring your mom there. Why did you decide to let her join our honeymoon?
To be honest, I've always wanted to have Mom join me at every trip. When we were dating, we were not a family yet, so I decided not to let her join me.
Seriously? You're a mama's boy. Ew, disgusting.
I'm not a mama's boy. I just love my mom. Anyway, I don't have time for this.
I don't need you to do that. You and your mom can do whatever you want.
You'll be in a better mood by the time we get back, right? I don't want to hear you whining or regretting about not joining the trip after we return.
I've had enough. You and your mom can enjoy yourselves during the trip. Just forget about me.
What a worst honeymoon trip. Well, I'm going to have fun anyway.
Yeah, whatever. You're going on a family trip, not a honeymoon trip.
You'll definitely regret your decision later. See you. Hey, Mom and I just got back from a trip. I don't know why, but we can't get into the house.
Oh, you're back.
I've been calling you multiple times. I can't open the door to the house. Where are you?
Well, that's because you can't use the same key anymore.
What do you mean? I don't get it.
I already sold the house.
Really? Can you explain why?
Please give the real estate agent the keys to the house you have. I'll let him know that you'll be in touch with him.
Don't play tricks on me. Are you still mad at me? Give me a break. I went to the trouble of buying you some souvenirs.
I'm not joking. I don't even want a souvenir.
Enough is enough. I've got a lot of luggage. Hurry up and let me in.
I told you the house has already been sold. If you think I'm lying, why don't you check with the real estate agent?
No, that's impossible. I have all my stuff inside the house. You can't just move out without permission.
I did move out anyway. I've sent all your stuff to your parents' house in the countryside. You don't have a problem with that, right?
What? Are you serious?
I'm very serious. I even got your dad's permission.
My dad? What? Why?
You just moved into the house I bought, so it's up to me to decide about when I want to sell the house.
Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense at all. Why is Dad involved?
Don't you get it? We can't no longer stay married.
I still don't get it. What's going on? What happened when I was on the trip with Mom?
I'm asking for a divorce.
Why? We just got married.
I didn't expect such a speedy divorce either. I'm so disappointed in myself.
I don't have any intention of doing that. We promised to be with each other from now on, right?
I wish I could have noticed it when we were still dating. I didn't know that you were such a mama's boy. I don't want to stay married with you.
Was it because I went on a trip with Mom? That's not a good excuse to ask for a divorce.
I can't do it anymore. I don't even want to see you right now.
Why are you being so mean to me? I can't understand why you want a divorce.
Your dad said that it can't be helped. He even apologized to me for your behavior.
That's crazy. I'm his own son.
Your dad didn't know that you were such a horrible mama's boy. He was really upset. I feel sorry for him. Your dad said that I should seek for my own happiness.
How selfish. You said that you want to live a happy life together with me, didn't you?
Yes, that's what I thought, but after we got married, you always prioritized your mom. I'm fed up with your attitude.
What's wrong with taking care of my own mother? A good husband takes a good care of his mother, don't you think?
In your case, it's just too much to bear.
What? I was just doing what a son should do to his mom.
I was so mad when I found out that you are a mama's boy. If we were only in a casual relationship, I wouldn't mind about that at all.
I just wanted to show Mom how grateful I am to be her son.
You're so annoying. Your dad's getting tired of you too. So why don't you go back to your beloved mom? That'll solve everything.
Mom is important, but you are important too.
You're lying. Your mom is the most important thing to you, Luther.
Don't say that. I just feel like I can finally show her some filial piety.
I can't do this anymore. You were posting pictures of you and your mom having fun during the trip on social media without considering my feelings. Absolutely impossible.
What's wrong with that? Everyone else is doing the same thing, right?
Didn't you read the comments? One of them mentioned that having a honeymoon trip with your mom is so lame. It's definitely out of question.
I wrote the reason why I did that was because you couldn't come with us.
That's not the point. Can't you even see that all your friends are upset? You have gone too far.
Can't you at least allow me to post pictures of our trip?
I told you that's not the point. You don't understand anything, do you?
Anyway, I don't want a divorce. Where are you now? I'm still in front of our house.
I'm not going to tell you where I am since I'm already in my new apartment. Don't mind me.
That's where I'm going to live there too, right? We'll be together forever from now on.
No way, it's a one-bedroom apartment for a single person. I'm not gonna live with you.
Are you seriously not going to tell me where you are now?
Of course not. I'm not going to tell someone I don't want to be with anymore. You're being too persistent.
Then what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Why don't you go to your beloved mother's house?
I have to get on a plane to get there since it's a countryside.
You can do that, can't you? It's the best thing in the world to have a mother who loves you, lives together with you.
No, I love you, Kelly. Please understand that.
I don't want to understand. If you really loved me, you wouldn't do something I don't like.
I didn't know that you were so upset. I thought you were just being cynical. I'm sorry.
Do you have any idea about how much I was looking forward to our honeymoon trip? I did a lot of research on the internet and I even sent you pictures of places I wanted to visit.
I was also upset when you said that you didn't want to go with me and Mom.
I even made the reservations myself. I wanted to go to Paris.
Then why did you decide to cancel your reservations?
I wanted to go only with my beloved husband, just the two of us.
I finally understand now. I'm really sorry. I'm apologizing to you, as you can see. Let's go together for the next trip, just the two of us. I'll have it all arranged for you and I'll pay for everything. Anywhere you want to go, just name it.
It's too late. The man I thought I loved is the man I hate now. Just leave me alone.
How could you hate me in just a few days?
Because you didn't understand my feelings at all. You ignored everything I said and thought only about your mother.
I didn't mean that. I just wanted to make Mom happy since it's her first time to go abroad.
I had a feeling that I would never be your top priority. I could see my unhappy future awaits me. From now on, all you have to think about is your mom.
I won't let you be unhappy ever again.
I can't start a family with you. I can't do it. Please divorce me.
Don't say that, please. Mom said that she can't wait to see her grandchildren.
Can you please stop saying that? It's disgusting.
Mom's getting old and she can't wait any longer to see my grandkids. That's why I decided to get married to you. So please, Kelly.
I'm speechless. If you want to show your mom grandchildren so badly, do it with someone other than me. It's too creepy.
We're married, so let's not get a divorce.
I can't. I don't care if I need to go to the court or whatever. I'll get divorced. I have no property to own, so just divorce me quickly. I've had enough.
Calm down. Let's just talk it over, okay? I'll understand if you explain to me. Just tell me where you are.
I'm definitely getting a divorce, so I won't tell you where I am. If you don't book a flight soon, you're gonna have to stand in front of that house forever.
I'm sorry. I'll do whatever you say from now on.
Then why don't you cut ties with your mom?
Sorry, I can't do that. She's my own mother.
See? Well, I guess that's what I expected. I don't really care. Let's only communicate about the divorce.
I bought a scarf. I think you'll like it. I want to give it to you, so you need to tell me where you live. Please, Kelly.
I can't. Your mom picked that out for you anyway, didn't she?
How did you know that?
That's the worst. I don't want that.
Don't say that. Let's not get divorced and live together again. I beg you, Kelly.
I'll divorce you no matter how long it takes. Bye.
Wait, don't leave me. Don't abandon me.
Now go home to your beloved mommy, loser boy. Goodbye forever. My husband ended up staying at a hotel that day along with his travel bag. He applied for more paid holidays and managed to get an apartment. Then he went back to work. I was finally relieved. My mother-in-law called me with annoying complaints, so I immediately signed a contract with a lawyer. And I also issued a warning to my husband who was waiting for me in front of my office. The look on his face was priceless. After that, there was a lot of wrangling, but we managed to get divorced. It was a painful experience for me. I learned that I should choose my marriage partner more carefully.
Hello, Sally. Why do you still refuse to listen to me? I heard that you're going on a business trip again today. You've been married for 13 years, and you're still stubborn that you don't want to dedicate yourself to do the house chores more often. It seems you've never learned how to be a good wife. Oh, not again. Can you please stop texting me just to let me know about how bad I am as a wife every lunch break at work? It's supposed to be my break time, but I can't take a proper rest because I end up having to deal with you, Helena. Especially on a busy day like today when I'm on a business trip. We live together so we can talk to each other after I get home. I really don't want to be bothered since I'm busy with my work this afternoon. That's why I'm telling you to get off your ass and quit your job. It's not like you're making much money anyway. Even if you quit, your workplace will still be running without a hitch. It's so disrespectful of you to say you're busy. Besides, you have something more important to be done. I think the reason you're not pregnant very often is because you're working. You are already in your 30s and you're not getting any younger. You need to have a baby soon. That's why I want you to stop working. I understand what you're saying, but if I stop working, we won't be able to make a decent living. I don't think it's the right time for me to have a baby, and it isn't easy to just quit my job. I will not have a child until I have enough money saved up. You really are a stubborn woman. Are you telling me that you can't live on my son's earnings alone? That's right. We've talked about this over and over again, didn't we? It's unbelievable. Oh my God. I really don't know why an impudent woman like you came to marry my son. As for me, I was so upset at how modest the amount of the salary was when my husband showed me his payslip. It's really annoying for me to talk about the same thing every day during my lunch break. Huh? My lunch break will finish soon, so please excuse me.
Hey Sally, it seems that you said something terrible to my mother.
Something terrible?
Like how you don't want to deal with my mom, so you don't call her to text you during your lunch break at work. I heard that you sneered at her for defending me. You said that it's stressful for you to deal with her and so on. She was sad and hurt. She's your mother too, even though both of you are not blood related. You should take a better care of her and respect her more.
Give me a break. I guess that's what everyone will say in this case.
What do you mean?
Your mom is blaming me for everything, and she's talking bad about me in a way that suits her. I said those things to your mom for a good reason, and I wasn't treating her badly. I'm the one who's upset because of what your mom told me.
What? How dare you said that to my mom? She isn't guilty.
Okay, I got it. That's enough. I've been coping with this for about 13 years.
I don't understand what you're trying to tell me.
Never mind about that. I'm at a hotel on a business trip, and I'm just reconfirming the documents I need to submit tomorrow. I need to end this conversation.
Hey, I haven't finished talking with you yet.
Sally, I heard you're on a business trip again today. Yes, I am. You'll be back the day after tomorrow, right? Yes, I will. Is there any possibility of a change of plans? For example, you wouldn't come back a day early or something like that. I can't say. It depends on the situation. Is there a problem with that? Nothing, just checking. I see. Okay, then. Ethan, what does this mean?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I just came back from a business trip, and when I arrived at our house, it seems that all of the furniture and dishes are gone, leaving only my stuff in the house. And there are divorce papers on the living room floor. Could you tell me why?
It's exactly just like what you saw. I'm divorcing you. After talking it over with Mom, we decided to start living separately with you, so we moved out.
Why did you do this today? Did you plan this with your mom? You know that today is our 13th wedding anniversary, don't you? I came home as early as I could to prepare the feast for our anniversary tonight.
Really? Too bad then. I'm sorry for you that you ended up getting divorced on your wedding anniversary.
I know that's not an answer, but I don't care anymore. So are you saying that your mom agrees with the separation and divorce?
That's what I meant.
Understood. But you'll still have to fulfill the necessary responsibilities that come with a divorce.
Responsibilities? Oh, you mean the divorce papers? I don't know why you're in such a hurry, but I've filled my part in the divorce papers. All you have to do is to fill your part and file them. That's it. I'm fulfilling my last responsibility as your husband by doing that. Before you all get dressed up and accuse someone, you might want to check it out. Maybe you were so shocked by the divorce that you couldn't see what was going on in front of you. I guess you're too excited to come home on our anniversary day, weren't you?
Let me ask you something.
What?
What are you going to do with your living expenses from now on?
Excuse me?
Your mom doesn't work, right? You're going to support her with your earnings. What do you think about that? Did you think carefully about that before you decided to divorce me?
Of course. Mom and I have my father's inheritance, so it doesn't matter at all even if you're not here.
I see. Are you sure you want to file for divorce?
Yes, I'm sure. Just file those papers as soon as possible.
I'll think about it. Sally, as expected, you're home already, right? Ethan and I have nothing to deal with you anymore. The two of you will be divorced. Looks like now is your turn. What do you mean? I got a message from Ethan telling me about the divorce and moving out. I've heard most of what he said, so I'm done. Oh, I didn't know about that. Then there's only one thing I can say. I want to have a grandchild as soon as possible. I think the best thing for me to do is to ask you to step aside and take a new bride in. A new bride? Didn't Ethan tell you about that? Molly is pregnant with his child and he wants to be married before the baby is born. No, I haven't heard about that at all. Who is Molly? She's a fine woman compared to you, who never fulfills your duties as a wife. I'm sure she'll make a wonderful wife. Since you are so unreliable as a wife, I have already told Ethan to go out with a better woman. So she's the one Ethan was having an affair with. By the way, I'd like to ask you something. Go on. What are you going to do with your living expenses? Huh? If Ethan divorces me, it means you also can no longer rely on my earnings. I don't know if Molly, whose name you just mentioned, is working. She's pregnant, so I made her leave her job. With that, she can have more time with her family. Okay then, so the three of you will be living on Ethan's earnings alone. Yes, that's right. Are you sure you can handle it? You're so rude. Of course we will be fine. After all, Ethan's monthly income is twice of yours. I can live on that without any problems at all. I beg your pardon? Twice of my income? Ethan doesn't make that much money. You're kidding me! The paycheck you showed me before was about $3,000, right? I heard that Ethan earns twice of that, so that would mean he earns $6,000 a month. That's the opposite. The opposite? I'm the one who earns twice. Seriously? I thought you won't believe me, so I decided to show you the payslip, but I didn't realize you had such a big misunderstanding about that. What do you mean? So are you saying that you earn $6,000 per month? That's a lie, because your statement was definitely $3,000 take-home pay. I saw it with my own eyes. You're wrong. Let me put it in simple terms. You are correct that my take-home pay is $3,000 per month, but Ethan earns about half of that. That means $1,500 a month. Stop telling me lies! You didn't even notice about that, even though we're living under the same roof? Your son has changed his job multiple times. In 13 years since we got married, he has changed his job for 7 times. 7 times? I didn't notice that at all. The longest he's lasted is a little over 3 years. He usually leaves after 1 or 2 years. After changing jobs, he needs to start from scratch again. There's no way he's going to get a raise by doing that. That's why you and him were living on my salary. Why didn't you tell me earlier about that? Ethan said he would tell you himself, so I kept out of the matter. I didn't expect him lying to you, trying to look good. Wait a minute! If that's true, how could Ethan divorce you, the breadwinner? No matter how much Molly is important to him, I don't think he would do that. According to his message earlier, he said that both of you will be fine with the inheritance left by his dad. No kidding! There's no such thing from the beginning! I'm sure that's true. Your husband was a man of lavish spending. Anyway, why don't you and your son talk about it face to face once? Apparently, you and Ethan overestimate and depend on each other too much that you are catastrophically lacking in the crucial discussion.
Hey Sally, I'll give you a chance.
What? Did you have a discussion with your mom?
Yes, I did. I'm going to tell you the result now. Listen to me carefully.
No, I don't want to.
I'll tell you that the only way you don't have to get a divorce from me is to give everything you earn to me and Mom. In other words, Mom and I will be in charge of the household finances from now on. I'll give you $100 as a monthly allowance and you'll deal with that. If you agree to these terms, we won't get divorced and I'll tell you where we're moving. I see. If you want to be a family with me in the future, you're going to have to put up with me treating you like an ATM. The truth is, I want to divorce you, but my kind-hearted mother said that she wants to save you. Accept it gratefully, respect us from now on, and work hard and diligently as a wife.
I can't, because I'm going to live in the United Kingdom.
No way! United Kingdom?
A while ago, the company approached me about an overseas assignment, or at least hinted at it, and I was wondering about that. But you and your mom said that you were moving out and you want to divorce me. That's what made me decide to take the plunge. I guess I should thank you guys for giving me the push. I need to improve my career, right?
Huh?
So, I'm getting a divorce and I'm accepting the offer of an overseas assignment.
What?
They asked me if I was willing to take a permanent assignment and live there, so I said yes to them today. I'll come back to the US only for vacation or stuff like that.
No way! The divorce papers are already filed.
Yeah, I filed those this morning before work to sort things out. You told me to file them as soon as possible, so I did. I did as you wanted and got them out right away. Is there a problem?
There's nothing but problems. I've been told that I won't get my father's inheritance, which I was counting on. How am I supposed to make a living since my mom doesn't work?
Well, you better think about that by yourself and solve it. Anyway, I'm going to charge you alimony for your infidelity.
Alimony? Why?
I'm sorry. I know you thought you were hiding it from me, but I was fully aware of it and have been gathering evidence since a while ago. And your mom talked about Molly, the woman you're having an affair with, on WhatsApp yesterday. I pretended not to know and asked her. She was bragging about it.
What?
I was laughing so hard, thinking that you and your mom should work together a little better. I've already asked my lawyer to take care of everything else. We're strangers now.
Sally, wait!
Hey, Sally, we got a content-certified mail. How do you know where we're moving to? That house is an empty house managed by your husband's brother, right? Huh? He complained to me that Ethan and you are living there without permission. What? The divorce has already been finalized, so I'm not related to you and Ethan anymore. But your husband's brother was very angry, so I told him about what had happened. He agreed to cooperate with me until the matter is settled. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the content-certified mail you received. Let me put it simply. I'm going to demand compensation for infidelity, so Ethan needs to pay me in one lump sum. That's what it says. Alimony? Why does my son have to pay alimony? Ethan cheated on me, and I have the right to demand it. By the way, Molly has already paid it. What? Ethan told her that he has his father's inheritance that never existed. In fact, she lied about the pregnancy, said she'd leave him if he didn't give her money, and went back to the countryside. She's a fast runner, isn't she? Her pregnancy was a lie? Then what about my grandchildren? You won't see any of them anywhere at the moment. What? By the way, Sally, you can get back together with Ethan. I don't want to. I'm going to the United Kingdom. United Kingdom? Ethan should know about this, but it seems that we're not exchanging enough information again. Or are you so overconfident in your son that you don't want to embarrass him whom you trust? How dare you talk to me that way? Just ask Ethan about the details, okay? Hold on a second, Sally. Goodbye. So that's how it is. Now, I'm moving to the head office to prepare for an overseas assignment, and I'm planning to go to the United Kingdom in 6 months. When I told my parents who live in the countryside, they said that they'll sell the family house and go there with me. My company has arranged the company housing for us, and we are currently living there temporarily with my parents. The other day, my ex-husband and ex-mother-in-law, after paying alimony, stormed into my parents' house, which had already been sold. It seems that they came to ask me to pay back the alimony because they could no longer live on their debts. They destroyed the yard, broke a window, and broke in, and the police were called. As a result, the current owner, a real estate agent, charged them with a lot of money and ended up increasing the amount they need to pay. They are now both insulated from all relatives and continue to work day and night just to pay off their debts.
Heather, is this a good time for you? I have something important to tell you. Please listen to me carefully.
What's wrong, honey?
I know it's not really something I should be saying on a message like this, but
Just tell me now, okay? I need to know.
I'm sorry, but I want a divorce.
What? Why?
Actually, I'm going to be working for a subsidiary company for the rest of the year. I don't think I can go back there.
Oh, I see.
I was supposed to be able to come back at the end of the year, but due to some personal issues, it's been decided that I'm going to stay here until retirement.
I see. But why does that mean we're getting a divorce?
Because you're a full-time employee with an important position. Also, Mary just got a job at the company she wanted to work for, and Jerry doesn't want to quit from the high school he worked so hard to get into, right? I can't ask all of you to come here since you all have your own futures there. I think it's best for everyone's happiness to stay where they are. That's why the best solution is for us to get divorced, so that we can stop worrying about each other.
I guess you're right. Mary and Jerry are both grown up now. I'm sure they'll be fine without their father.
Of course, if you have any problems, I'm always here for you.
Okay, let's have a divorce.
Thanks for your understanding. I'm glad that we managed to get an amicable divorce. You're such a good wife, Heather, and I'm proud to be your husband. Thanks to you that I can focus on my work with peace of mind.
You really think so?
Yeah, I really do.
I mean, you're not saying that I'm a good wife, but you're saying that I'm just a convenient wife, aren't you?
Huh?
I rather consider myself a reasonable person. I'm the type of person who sassily throws away trash I don't need. Besides, it's not your job that you're devoted to. It's your affair, isn't it?
Of course not. What are you talking about? Huh?
I already know that you had an affair with a young woman while you were working alone.
What? How come?
When Mary was on a company leisure trip, she was staying at the same hotel as you guys. Moreover, I heard that you didn't notice Mary at all when you walked past her in the hallway.
Oh, I didn't notice that she was there.
When she came home, she reported in tears that her father had found himself a young woman. Mary said that you were so infatuated with the young woman that you didn't even recognize your own daughter. Shame on you, Gordon.
No, that's a misunderstanding. Mary must have seen me together with my co-worker. She is a grown-up now, but she's still young, so I think she must have misunderstood that.
No need for excuses. After receiving that report, I hired a detective to investigate. The young woman is a daughter of the branch manager who is your boss, right? Her name is Miranda. You incurred the branch manager's wrath, so you were fired for various reasons and became unemployed. Now, you're living with Miranda, who was disowned by her parents, and you're her pimp.
I see. You already know that much. Then it can't be helped. That's right. I was having an affair.
So you finally admit it. Listen, here's the deal. I'll agree to a divorce, but I'm also going to charge you exactly what you owe me in alimony.
Wait a minute.
What?
If you've done an investigation on us, you'd know that we don't have enough money to pay for the alimony.
So what?
So, since we're at this point, I'm gonna go easy on you. Why don't you pay for my alimony?
Excuse me? Do you even know what alimony means?
I know. You're trying to get me to pay you alimony because I'm bad, right?
Then why are you saying those words? There's no way, anywhere in the world, that a victim would pay alimony to a perpetrator.
Actually, Miranda is pregnant and apparently it's twins. I'm sure it's going to cost me a lot of money.
So you're asking me for alimony?
Why not? You've always earned more money than me, and I'd really like to ask you to pay for the child's upbringing. Just like Mary and Jerry, the unborn child is my precious child. I want to raise them the same way.
Are you out of your mind?
Huh?
People say having an affair makes you crazy and looks like it's really true.
Hey, you can't talk that way to me no matter how much you want to.
All you care about is your unborn child, but we have Mary and Jerry too. Mary witnessed her father's infidelity and she's mentally damaged. Jerry is so angry that he said he's going to do everything he can to get rid of you. Not only they are fine without their father, but everyone is working together to get rid of you.
So tell them this. Even though I'm away from them, I'll always think of you all. They will always be my beautiful daughter and son.
Message from Jerry. He said that he doesn't want a father who is stupid and you must pay for the alimony and get the hell out of our life. Mary agrees with that too.
What? Are both of them there? Mary! Jerry, let's talk!
Jerry says not to ever call yourself his father again since you are an adulterer. Mary is nodding at his words. Well, that's the way it is. I'm going to follow the children's opinion and file for alimony against you.
Wait a minute. I've got a life over here.
I don't give a shit. I've hired a lawyer, so I'll have him visit you there in the near future.
Heather, wait! Let me talk to you for a minute. I've told you that I don't have any money.
Please go into debt or whatever you have to do and pay for your alimony.
I'm going to have twins, and you want me to borrow money?
Why don't you turn your stupid brain around and think of a better solution then? I'm gonna block you from now on. Goodbye, son of a bitch. After this, my ex-husband was so desperate to stop the divorce that it took him 3 months to finally file it. He needs to pay for the alimony in a lump sum, although he couldn't get much, so he had no choice but to borrow money. I was told that my earnings would be sufficient to pay for Jerry's upbringing. I do not receive any child support money for Jerry because he said that he would rather earn it himself than use the money received from an idiot adulterer. However, my ex-husband seems to be a pimp even now that their child is born. He has been asking me for child support by letter, and for some reason, he even asked me to get back together with him. He still seems to be the idiot he was. Naturally, I've been ignoring him, but I'm considering moving out and banning him from seeing me. Hey, Amanda, come home early. It's already dinner time. Where the heck are you? Are you playing around? How irresponsible of you that you didn't even cook dinner. Florence, please prepare your own dinner tonight. I told you so this morning. And for your information, I'm not playing around. What did you say? I told you that I'm going home to take care of my father for the weekend starting this week. So please at least prepare your own dinner. I wonder if you said something like that. I don't know if I heard it or not, but I'm stumped. I'm incredibly hungry for macaroni and cheese right now. I don't want to eat the instant version of that because it tastes horrible. Why don't you make it yourself then? What are you talking about? House chores, including cooking, is a wife's job. So you should come home to make it for your mother-in-law. My request should be your top priority above all others. If you have time to make excuses, come home as soon as possible. This is horrible. Are you trying to say that preparing food for you is more important than taking care of my father? Yes, I am. Because you're the one who married my son. A wife has to put her husband's family first at all times. That's what we call the common sense. No way. Shame on your father, Amanda. He let you get married, but he called you back just to take care of himself. How pathetic. I told my father that I would take care of him on the weekends. Please don't blame him. I see. But even if it was you who initiated it, most parents would have said no. It's miserable and shameful to have a child as a caregiver. I'm so impressed with you and your father that I'm now speechless. What do you mean by that? It's embarrassing to have your child take care of you, isn't it? I'm talking about the fact that there are people who are so ashamed to be cared for by their children. As I recall, your father was in a wheelchair, wasn't he? Yes, he was. 3 years ago, he was involved in a car accident, and as a result of the accident, he became paralyzed. He is now in a wheelchair. Paralyzed and in a wheelchair. He's the same age as me, and he's already in diapers. What's wrong with that? I don't see it as a problem, but to be in diapers when you're still old enough to work is a bit of a problem, don't you think so? And to have his own daughter to change his diapers, I would die of embarrassment if I were him. I'd rather jump into the ocean than be humiliated like that. I see. But my father is grateful to me, and I'm happy to be able to show him some filial piety. Even though he was paralyzed in the accident, I'm glad that he's alive. I don't like it. Changing diapers is not the way to show filial piety. It seems that no matter what I say, you won't accept it. At any rate, from now on, please don't talk badly about my family. I'm going back to my parents' house every week from now on, and I'll ask you to make your own meals during that time. If you can't make it, please order a delivery service. Well, I won't allow you to do that. You are my son's wife. That's why our family is your first priority at all cost. Take care of the family you live with instead of taking care of your parents. Are you saying that I shouldn't go home every weekend? I wouldn't go that far, but how about just coming back to cook dinner? If you are a wife, you have to make sure your family eats freshly prepared food, right? Why should I go all the way back home just to make dinner? It takes me 2 hours each way to get home from my parents' house. And you want me to go back to my parents' house after I make dinner? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Your father is paralyzed and can't move anyway, so why don't you just let him sit in a wheelchair for the time until you get there? What a horrible thing to say. I don't want to talk to you anymore today, Florence. I'll leave you with this for now. Derek, can I talk to you now? I think your mother has crossed the line. You should say something to her too.
What's the matter all of a sudden? Cross the line? What did Mom say?
She makes fun of my father's paralysis and says that my in-laws are more important than my father. What is wrong with the daughter taking care of her own father?
Amanda, calm down. Don't be mad like that.
Huh? What do you mean?
I just don't understand the reason why. Mom didn't say anything crazy. There's no need to get so mad.
I beg your pardon?
My mom is right about everything. Amanda, you're my wife. So, as a wife, you have to take care of our house chores.
That's terrible. So you think the same way too?
But more importantly, I need to talk to you. Is now a convenient time for you?
Well, yes. Go on then.
I've wanted to ask you for a long time. How much money do you get if you're paralyzed and in a wheelchair? You said your father already quit his job. As I recall, he can use a disability pension for this kind of thing.
What's with that question all of a sudden? I don't know why you're asking me that, and if I could, I wouldn't want to answer it even between you and I. It's not the kind of thing you can ask just like that.
Oh no, I'm actually thinking about buying a new car soon.
No kidding.
But these days, we're in a recession and bonuses are low, right? So I don't have any money for the down payment, and I'm in a bit of a bind. I was wondering if your father would take this opportunity to give me some sort of financial support.
You're asking help from a paralyzed man? Are you kidding me? I can't believe what you just said out of the blue. I mean, our car still runs perfectly well. There's no need to replace it.
I drive the car to work every day, right? So, I want to drive a nice car to get in the mood to go to work. It's a good way to talk to my boss when I drive a nice car. If I get a promotion because of it, you'll be happy too, won't you?
If you're going to get the promotion, you'd better work hard and do your best at your job. You don't need to ask my father, who is physically disabled, to help you buy a new car.
Don't say that. Your father's rich, right? I'm sure he got a lot of money from the car accident. According to my estimate, I'd say he got at least $5 million.
I didn't know that you even calculate that. I mean, that's just too rude of you.
I don't think so. I'm letting my wife take care of her father, so I deserve to get the compensation of that.
What? Let me tell you this, Derek. I'm the one who wants to take care of my father. I'm well aware that both you and your mother don't want me to do that.
But we're not forcing you to stop taking care of your father. We're letting you do as you wish. As the result, I'm sort of lending you to your father. Don't you think your father should repay us in some way?
I don't think so. It was a huge mistake to discuss about this matter with you. Don't you dare to mention about my family ever again. This also applies to your mother.
Hey, come on. Pick up the phone. Get back home now. Hurry up. Don't ignore me, Amanda.
What's with you all of a sudden? I'm at my parents' home this weekend taking care of my father. You promised you'd never contact me during that time, remember?
Except for emergency, right? Just come home as soon as possible. We're in trouble.
What's going on? What do you mean by emergency?
It's about my mother. She collapsed and is now in the hospital.
What? Florence collapsed?
I heard a strange noise in the living room this morning. When I ran there, I found my mother had collapsed. She was rushed to the emergency room and is now in the hospital nearby.
She collapsed and was rushed to the emergency room? How is she? Is she conscious?
Yes, she is. She just woke up a few minutes ago and can talk just fine. But her right leg is completely immobilized.
Seriously?
Her right hand is shaking and the doctor says that she is paralyzed due to a stroke.
Paralyzed?
The doctor told me that it might improve with rehabilitation, but he can't guarantee that for now. I'm afraid that she may never be able to move her right leg ever again. I'm in a sticky situation.
I see. Even my dad struggled a lot during the rehab, but I wonder if your mother will be okay. It's physically very hard, but the hardest thing in this case is the motivation. How long will Florence stay at the hospital? Will she be moved to another hospital specializing in rehab?
Well, she said that she wants to go home as soon as possible. She said that she can do the rehab at home, and since you are a housewife, she wants you to take care of her.
Excuse me?
The hospital also said that she can either be transferred to a rehabilitation hospital or discharged today. I told the doctor that I'm going to have my mom discharged for home rehab. Amanda, I'm counting on you to take better care of Mom from now on.
Hold on a sec. What are you talking about? If Florence is going to be transferred to a rehabilitation hospital, you shouldn't hesitate. If there's a chance of improvement with rehabilitation, she definitely needs to be seen by a specialist.
What are you talking about? Mom wants to go home. It's the family's responsibility to make that happen.
But who's going to take care of her when she comes home? It's very hard to take care of a paralyzed person.
That's why you're here. You can take care of your own father, so you can take care of my mom too. You're a professional, Amanda. It is not going to be any different taking care of two people, right?
Huh?
You're my wife. You're the only one I can count on. I'm counting on you to take care of Mom.
No, I can't do that.
Why can't you?
I said it's impossible. I can never take care of Florence. If you want to take care of her at home, you can do it by yourself.
Hey, don't talk to me like that. I'm serious. Don't be weedy in a situation like this. It would be inappropriate.
I don't think so.
Huh?
The person who made fun of my father so much is now a paralyzed just like him. Serves her right. Florence said that it's embarrassing and disgraceful to be taken care by her children. I thought she said that she would rather jump into the sea than to become the subject of such humiliation. Seems that she hasn't jumped yet.
Don't be silly. Your husband's mother just collapsed. She had the stroke and she's paralyzed. And yet, what's with that attitude of yours?
Considering what you and your mother have been saying and doing to me, I'd say I have every right to behave like this.
What the heck?
Let me tell you something. Caring for a family member is a lot harder than you think, Derek. I'm sure you're going to have a very tough time balancing work and nursing care, but good luck. I'm counting on you.
What are you talking about? You're the one who have to do the hard work. As my wife, you're going to take care of your mother-in-law.
Remember a few seconds ago when I said I couldn't do it? Who's going to take care of someone like that? I think we should get a divorce, Derek.
Are you kidding me?
I absolutely hate being forced to take care of Florence just because I'm your wife. I don't want to take care of someone who has insulted me and my father so much. I want to stop being your wife.
Hey, hold it right there. What are you thinking? Divorce at a time like this?
What are you talking about? This is the perfect time for us to have a divorce.
What?
I'm serious. It's hard enough taking care of my father on the weekends, but it's absolutely impossible to take care of you and your mother every weekday.
Really?
Caring for my father is something I want to do, so it's fine. But taking care of Florence, even if I get paid, is just too much for me to do. Well then, I'll send you the divorce papers later. Please sign it as soon as you receive it. Hey, Amanda, what do you mean you're abandoning my care? You're my son's wife, but you refuse to take care of your mother-in-law? This is unbelievable. I'm sorry, but I'm not your son's wife anymore. As of today, I'm divorced from Derek. I'm a stranger to you guys. Stop joking around! I'm not. Yesterday, I sent the divorce papers by express mail. Then, Derek snapped, saying he didn't want such a cold wife like me and signed it right away. I'm glad he's such a bold ex-husband. What a thing to say! I can't believe you divorced him in the heat of the moment. My precious helper is now gone. Don't be so depressed, Florence. Derek has declared manfully that he will take care of everything from now on. What? My son said that? He's going to take care of me? Yes, he will. I gave him some advice. He said that it's so easy to take care of you. He was very confident that he could manage both work and your care. Huh? At first, Derek was worried about his future. You are paralyzed and can't move anyway. I told him that since you are paralyzed and couldn't move anyway, if you sit in a wheelchair, you could stay there for hours without troubling him. How rude of you to say such a thing! Then, he said that it's a piece of cake. He said that all he has to do is to sit you in the wheelchair in the morning and then go to work right after that. Even if he has to work late, you are paralyzed, so you won't walk around, and he can leave you in your wheelchair as long as he wants. Oh, no, wait! Don't tell that kind of bullshit care as an advice to my son! Huh? Bullshit? You were the one who said that you were fine with it, weren't you? What do you mean by that? You told me that all the time. You said that nursing is just fine as long as you keep the person in a wheelchair, because paralyzed people can't move anyway. Oh, no! That's not what I meant when I said that! Also, you are embarrassed to have your own son help you with diapers, aren't you? You said you'd rather jump into the ocean than to be humiliated like that. That's why I made sure to tell Derek about that too. You can't jump into the sea on your own if you are paralyzed anyway, but Derek is very considerate of you, so he said that he doesn't want to make you feel that way. Then he said he doesn't have to do anything. He also said that he can handle it by himself. Oh no, wait a sec! I can't go to the restroom on my own! I can't even change a diaper by myself! That's why rehab is the best solution for you. But you said that you can handle that at home. Think of every day as rehabilitation and do your best. I can't believe this is really happening! Also, Derek said taking care of you would be easy. Even though he is now divorced, you're lucky to have such a reliable son. Wait! Amanda! I beg you to teach my son properly about how to take care of me. If he can't do that, at least tell him to call a professional. Tell him that he can focus on his work and leave the care to the professionals. Oh, you mean you want to use a home helper? Of course, I've taught Derek about how to use that too. But he said that it's a waste of money. He said he wants to buy a new car if he can get the money from your insurance. No way! A new car with the money from my insurance? Yes, he has been wanting to buy a new car for a long time. And if he gets the insurance money, he will probably go out and buy one right away. At his company, it seems that if you drive a nice car, you get promoted faster. I'm glad that you were able to use the insurance money to help your son get ahead. I beg your pardon? Well, I'll leave you to it. I hope you get discharged from the hospital soon.
Hey, Amanda, you lied to me.
What?
What's this? Caring for someone is so hard. You said to me that it was easy.
I didn't tell you that it was easy. You misunderstood that by yourself.
Huh?
I was just giving you some advice. You're the one who said it was easy, not me. Don't shift the blame on me.
The way you said that makes it sound easy to me. I didn't know that I have to change her position every hour and also change her diaper. Nothing is easy. I can't do this while working.
Yes, nursing is hard work. But you bought a new car with the insurance money as a reward for doing that for your mother, didn't you? Then, you have to do your best to take care of her.
A new car? I can't afford that for the rest of my life.
What do you mean? You still don't have insurance money transferred to your bank account?
I'll never get insurance money. My mom doesn't have any private insurance. She was so stingy with her monthly premiums that she didn't want to use that kind of thing.
Oh dear, I didn't know about that. Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding about this stuff. So we don't have the money we were hoping for, and Mom's only income is her pension. But that pension will disappear if she hires a helper.
That sounds like a lot of work. You have a job, but you can't even ask for a helper.
So, Amanda, please, come back to me. Help me.
I won't.
I'm at my wit's end. Mom can't move. She's taking her frustration out on me, and I'm missing a lot of work because of her care. There's a rumor that my company has announced the list of candidates for restructuring, and I'm in that list.
It's just a rumor, right? Don't worry about it. Work hard and take care of yourself. Even if you don't get a new car, why don't you just work your way up through the ranks?
I've worked hard enough already, you know? So this time, you're going to have to work harder for me. Up until now, your allowance has been $300 a month. But if you take care of Mom, I'll increase it to $1,000 a month. I promise, I'll treat you better than I've ever treated you. So please, come back to me.
Of course, I won't go back to you. I don't care how hard you work. This is between you and your parents. I'm a stranger. I have nothing to do with this.
Don't say that, please.
You're the one who said that it would be easy. Then why don't you be a man and give it your best until the end? Otherwise, your mother might really get desperate that she'll jump into the ocean. Well, I don't think she's able to do that by herself anyway. She seems to be the type of person who would survive even if someone pushes her off the cliff.
Wait a minute, Amanda. I've been cold to you, and I'm sorry for that. If you want, I'll even help you take care of your father. So please, don't give up on me.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll block you so you can't contact me anymore.
Huh?
Please take care from now on. Also, give my best regards to Florence too. After that, I heard that Derek changed this job to a company where it is easier to take care of his mother. It seems that he can take holidays easily, even 3 days off a week, but his salary has dropped to less than half of what he used to make. Then, one day, a while after that, suddenly, I received a call from Florence, who had not yet blocked me. She said that since I wasn't willing to help her, she has no choice but to stay at home for the rest of her life. She also said that she's going to hate me for the rest of her life. Anyway, I sent her a picture of the trip with my paralyzed father and blocked her right away. If you and your caregiver have the will to do it, you can do anything you wish for. I wonder when Derek and Florence will realize that.
Nice to meet you. You're Scott's wife, Rachel? Yes, nice to meet you. I'd like to talk to you. Do you have a moment now? Who is this? How do you know my number? My name is Sarah. I used to work for the same company as your husband. I had just joined the company, so he was my trainer. I asked him for your number. I see. I didn't know he was training a newbie. He was a very nice trainer. By the way, what do you need from me? Yes, this is very important. Actually, I've been dating Scott for about 7 years now. What? What do you mean by dating? We love each other. Love each other? My husband is married to me. Of course, I know that. So you knew he is married and you were dating him? Yes, 7 years ago. Scott, my trainer, and I, the trainee, fell in love. I still believe that we are meant to be. In other words, you were having an affair with him, is that correct? For 7 years? 7 years ago, I think that's the time we got married. You guys have been dating before we got married? That is right. At that time, he chose you and I couldn't be his wife. But now we don't know which of us he is serious. Hey, this is not some kind of joke. I wouldn't text to tell a wife something like this as a joke. Right. Scott and I have a 4-year-old daughter. What? A 4-year-old daughter? My youngest daughter is 4 years old too. I mean, you kept it a secret for 7 years. Why are you telling me now?
Are you asking me to break up or something?
No, there is no need to. It seems that he doesn't want to get divorced either. And I am quite satisfied with my life as it is now.
But your daughter has no father, right? Are you raising her by yourself?
It's fine. Scott comes to our house and plays the role of a father.
That's why he's not around on weekends. And when he spends so much money on drinking and golf, actually it was for...
He gives us enough money every month to live on, so we don't have any problems on living. I don't want to destroy your family either.
You've kind of destroyed it already. Then why did you tell me?
I'm thinking of letting my daughter take piano lessons.
Why not? That's a good idea. There's no need to ask for permission, is there?
But in order for her to practice piano as much as she wants, we need to move to a soundproof apartment.
Oh, okay.
Plus, if I buy a piano and let her take lessons, I'll need more money than that.
Well, if you're going to put that much effort into it, I'm sure you will.
That's why I wanted Scott to give us more money.
Excuse me?
I heard that you manage the living expense, so I reached to you directly.
Do you mean that we have to give money from our family's budget to a woman who is having an affair? Is that why you told me about the affair you have been continuing for the past 7 years?
I was going to keep it a secret from you, but it's for my daughter's sake. I had no choice. You work from home, right? We depend on Scott's money and we're having a hard time.
If that's the case, why don't you work?
I am having a hard time raising my daughter.
I mean, I have 2 children, but I work.
Anyway, we've reached the limit to make ends meet with his savings and allowance. So please give us some of your money.
I give him quite a lot of money every month, and now that I know it's being used for you and the child, I feel like not to give him any more. And now you want me to give you even more money? Do you realize how selfish you are?
We won't destroy your family. I'm just asking for money. Is that a problem?
You're the type of person who doesn't understand. Fine.
I'm glad you understand. Then can you transfer the money today?
No, I can't do it today. Anyway, I like to confirm things with my husband. If it's about money, it's not something I can answer right now. Would it be alright if I talk to you later?
Yes, but I would like her to start taking piano lessons as soon as possible. Please reach me as soon as you can.
It was truly shocking. It is true that my husband is very busy and spends very little time at home. However, when he is home, he is a good father who often plays with the children. When I asked him when he came home that night, he admitted to cheating on me and apologized.
Ma'am, it has been almost a week now since that day. Have you considered about it? My daughter is looking forward to going to a class soon.
I checked with my husband right after that, and he admitted it. So I decided to believe your story.
Okay, so what about the money?
We cannot support you financially, so I refuse.
What? My beautiful daughter has a talent for the piano. Are you going to crush her talent? How can you do such a terrible thing?
That has nothing to do with us.
It does, because her dad is Scott. She's your husband's child.
We're getting divorced.
What? Divorce? No, I didn't ask for that. What are you doing?
We've thought it over. I think it's difficult to manage 2 families' finances on my husband's income.
That may be so, but...
So he should divorce me and be together with you.
Wait, I'm sure you can manage your family finance with your income.
So you want me to give you all of my husband's income? That's very arrogant of you.
We don't have any money, so there's nothing we can do. Without his income, my daughter and I will starve. That's because you don't work. I told you I'm busy raising my daughter, didn't I? That's just an excuse. In fact, I am raising 2 children myself. I work in between. Today I'm discussing divorce with my husband with a lawyer. Oh no! I'm leaving everything else to him. I believe he's going to your place. So you guys decide the rest. You should officially become husband and wife and raise your daughter together. I don't think that's a good idea. I want things to stay the way they are. I can't now that I know about the affair. I can't live the same way. But you have 2 kids, right? Wouldn't they be better to stay with Dad? Yes, but it's better to be divorced and raise myself than to live with a man who cheated on me. My kids and I will be moving out soon, so you guys cannot reach me anymore. I don't think they would want to know that their father is a man who cheated on his wife before they were married. But don't you feel sorry for Scott? He won't be able to see his children. He cheated on me. He deserves it. What? So don't worry. You can marry Scott. I told you I'm not asking you to divorce or remarry. Why, if he divorces me and remarry you, he can spend his income on you. Up until now, I've been managing his money, but that will be gone. It's good for you. I'm not interested in destroying other people's families. It's already over 7 years ago when you started dating my husband. But you only found out recently. I did find out recently, but if he has been cheating on me for the past 7 years, then we were over from 7 years ago. That's not my fault. No, I think my husband is the worst. That's why I'm divorcing him. Please don't divorce him. I feel sorry for him. I have no compassion for people who cheat. Well, I have to go see my lawyer now, so if you'll excuse me. Wait a minute. Don't get divorced. He'll be sad. The woman who introduced herself as Sarah said some mysterious things, so I discussed it with my lawyer. He suggested me that he would do a background check on her, so he started to investigate her while we proceeded a divorce. I told my husband not to see her until the investigation was done, and finally I was able to get the results that I can satisfy. Hey, why is Scott moving in with us? Please don't do anything without asking me. The lease is under Scott's name, and the person living there is someone he has been with for many years and his daughter. So it's natural that he would move in there after divorcing me. That's true, but... Then I don't see any problem with Scott living with you. There are many problems. I only need him to come see us a few times a week. Is that because you don't want your real boyfriend to find out? What? What are you talking about? What do you mean by a real boyfriend? I don't have anyone else. There's no point in playing dumb. I thought something was wrong, so we investigated you. What? Sarah, you have another boyfriend, don't you? Perhaps your daughter is his child. My child is definitely Scott's child. If you don't say so, you won't get any money from Scott. What's up with you? Do you have any proof? I won't forgive you if you insult me without any proof. I looked up the date of birth of your daughter and calculated backwards. Huh? That was when Scott was on a long business trip. He was abroad for about 3 months. Isn't it strange to have a child? There could be some time gap. Besides, your daughter is 4 years old, right? My daughter's birthday is 6 months after yours. It was the year I got pregnant, so I remembered he had to go on a long business trip. I was able to know the truth because our children are the same age. I certainly don't have any clear evidence, but what would Scott do if he found out about this? Don't tell me you told him. So your daughter is not Scott's child? So what? My real boyfriend doesn't make much money. So I'm just pretending that she's Scott's child for the time being. He is happy believing it. It would be better for him not to tell anything unnecessary. Well, it's none of my business. Do as you please. Anyway, I've already told Scott, but you guys have to pay me the child support. What? Child support? Yes. When you told me about the affair, you were prepared for this situation, weren't you? If you had kept it quiet, I wouldn't have known, but you reached and told me you are having an affair. It's like you want to pay me the child support. Why would I pay? I'm the one who gets paid, right? I don't understand how you can get that idea. For 7 years, you knew my husband was married. You guys were cheating on me, right? Then I have the right to ask for the child support. I've already told you that we don't have that kind of money. I've been telling you for a while now that you should work. I was getting money from Scott because I didn't want to work. It seems like he has been paying you a lot of money. Thanks to you, he has no more savings. Now he's penniless. That's what he wanted to do for me. In other words, you lied to him that she's his child and steal his money though. Depending on the case, but he may also ask you to take the responsibility. Well, it doesn't matter to me. From now on, you guys have to pay me. The child support for 2 children, so I'm sure it's going to be tough. That's not my business. But it seems like he's planning to remarry you. I know it's going to be tough, but please work hard and pay. Wait! Don't put me in trouble. You know I have a real boyfriend. I don't want Scott if he doesn't have any money. Please tell him that directly. I've already decided to ask for the child support and we've already got divorced. You are no longer of any concern to me. Oh no. I'll return him to you, so come and get him. I don't need him. No, thank you. My real boyfriend is coming. Please, let me live my life as before. Why don't you just stay with him and live as you have been doing? We can't go back to the way we were before. Why do I have to listen to all of your favors? I'll do anything what you ask. Then suffer. No, hey! Scott started to bring in his stuff. There's no way 3 of us can live in this small apartment. Well, he has already moved out of our house, but he doesn't have much stuff, so you should be fine. He sold things which he collected as a hobby to earn money to pay you. It seems like he really cares about your family over there. That's not good. If my real boyfriend found out, I'd be in trouble. You're lucky I saved you the trouble of explaining it to him. Please, I don't need him anymore. I'll give him back. I don't need him too. I'm sorry I had an affair, so please go back to the way things were. Please take him back. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting ready to move out, so I have to go. Wait. I'm sure you guys will receive a letter from my lawyer regarding the child support. Please work hard and pay it. I beg you, please help me, Rachel. My real boyfriend is coming. Hey, please help me. Eventually, it was discovered that the daughter was not Scott's child. Sarah was also demanded to return the money Scott had paid until now. She had no choice but to work. She is now exhausted from hard work, day and night. On the other hand, Scott is asking me to get back together, but I have been ignoring him. How can a person who cheated on his wife be forgiven? The world is not that easy. By the way, Sarah's real boyfriend found out about the whole thing. He took her daughter, his own child, to his parents' home and raised her with his own hands. Of course, he decided to keep his distance from Sarah.
Hello, Alexandra. I can't go on today's date. I was looking forward to it too, but...
Another cancellation, huh? This is already the third time in a row. What do you mean you're going to skip the date with your girlfriend in the first place?
I'm sorry. Don't be so hard on me. I've been busy at work. I had to work on my day off again today. It's an important client, so I couldn't miss it.
Do hairdressers have to work on short notice? You said you always work shifts.
My job is not just giving people haircuts. I'm also in a higher position, so I have to do all kinds of chores.
Are you sure it's work? I thought you had other things to do. You sound suspicious anyway.
I'm telling you the truth. Trust me, Alexandra. I'm sorry, but I might not be able to see you for a while. I'm really sorry.
What? Why?
I've been really busy at work. I'm really bad at arranging things, so I can't go on a date because I want to concentrate on work for a while.
I see. Okay then. So when can we see each other again?
I guess it depends on work. I want to see you soon, so I'll do my best. I'll call you as soon as I get settled.
You don't need to tell me the exact date, but can you tell me approximately when we can meet each other? Christmas is 2 weeks from now. We can spend Christmas together, right? You promised me, remember?
I know. How could I forget my promise with you?
Then, can we spend Christmas together? Can't we?
I can't spend the whole day, but I think we can meet during noon.
What? Are you telling me that you can't even stay overnight on Christmas Day?
Sorry, I really want to spend time with you all day long, but I have to work on Christmas Day too. It's also time for a hairdresser like me to earn money.
Sorry to hear that. Seems like it's quite tough to be a hairdresser. All right then. From around Christmas to the beginning of the year is the best time to make money, isn't it?
I'm really sorry.
Never mind. You're just doing your job. It can't be helped. So I'll be patient.
Thank you. I'm glad to have such a nice person like you as my girlfriend. I really am.
Can I call you or text you on the phone? I don't want to get in the way of your work. I'll just send you a good morning or something. I'd like to at least say hi to you since I won't be able to see you for a while.
Well, that's okay. But if I'm busy with work, I might not be able to reply as often as I should.
Don't worry about that. I'll be patient. I don't want you to think that I'm a depressed woman.
Thank you. I'll work hard so I can spend with you. I'm looking forward to seeing you at Christmas.
Me too. Good luck at work then. Toby, good morning. How's work? Still busy? Be careful not to get sick. Please pick up the phone, Toby. Where are you? I need to talk to you for a minute.
What's up? You scared me with all those notifications.
Well, it's Christmas today. What about our date? You're not going to tell me you forgot, are you?
How could I forget? Of course, I remember. But I haven't finished work yet. I don't think I can go out now.
Work? Are you sure?
Yeah, of course. It's Christmas, isn't it? We have a lot of customers. I've been very busy all week until today.
So much so that you can't even read my messages for a week?
Seriously, I don't have time for that.
Not even a minute before bed? Or a minute during dinner? So busy that you haven't had a second to read my messages?
It's all for today's date with you. I was working hard. I'm sorry I left your messages unread.
So, are we having a date today? It's already past midnight.
I'll come see you as soon as I finish work.
What time does your work end?
Well, I don't know yet.
Look, if you don't want to go on a date with me, just say so. Be a man, Toby. I don't like it when you whine. If you want to break up with me, just tell me. This kind of thing pisses me off the most.
Huh? What's with that attitude of yours? If that's how you feel, you should have guessed. Were you waiting for me to call? I didn't call you back and canceled our date, so you know what that means, right?
Why are you mad at me? I'm the one who should be upset, not you, Toby. What the hell is wrong with you? You're pissing me off.
I'm pissed off too. I didn't think you were this inconsiderate. I thought I'd just gently fade out from our relationship. Can't you see how sincere I am?
Gently fade away? Sincerity? Oh, give me a break. Just say it out loud. You don't even have the courage to tell me that you want to break up with me? What a coward.
I know you're frustrated because you got dumped. How much of a woman do you think you are? After all, my relationship with you was just a fling. You're not even my girlfriend. So why would I go through the trouble of talking about breaking up with you?
That's really disgusting. And you're married too. I should have been careful in picking my Mr. Right. I'm so depressed about my lack of luck with men.
What? How did you know I'm married? I didn't tell you, did I?
No, you didn't. Not only that, you confessed to me that you were single, right? What was that all about? You deceived me.
I didn't mean to. How did you know that I'm not single? Explain to me, Alexandra.
I went to your workplace, the hair salon where you said you work for. I was worried when I didn't hear anything from you. Also, I was curious about what kind of place you are working at.
You came to my workplace? When? I told you not to come there, didn't I?
Because you want to keep your personal and professional lives separate, right? Besides, you don't want your coworkers making fun of you. You also said that you didn't want your coworkers to take me away from you. You're trying to make it sound so obvious because you don't want me to see your wife working with you, do you?
You met my wife? You can't just show up at my workplace. Are you stalking me? You want me to sue you?
Don't change the subject. It just so happened to be a day when you were away for a job. So I guess it's true what you said about you working hard.
I told you I was working. I'm not lying. That's impossible. If you'd behaved, I'd have given you a chance to have some fun. Too bad.
Shut up, prick married man. I got a haircut from your wife. I asked her to give me a short haircut since I got dumped.
What? You pretended to be a client? That's quite scary.
No, wait. What do you mean about pretending? I'm a respectable customer. It's just that the person in charge happens to be my boyfriend's wife.
You were not saying anything nasty about me to my wife, did you? I won't forgive you if you say anything about me having an affair with you.
I didn't tell her, even though I didn't know I was sleeping with someone's husband. What if I get sued?
That's a wise decision. You're having an affair with me. From my wife's point of view, both of us are guilty.
I was supposed to be your real girlfriend.
Sorry, I'm a married man. If you just can't get over me, I'll play with you once in a while.
What are you talking about? I'm not interested in other people's husband. I mean, your wife taught me a lot of things without me having to say anything.
My wife? What did she talk about?
Well, a lot of things. She and I got to know each other really well. We talked about personal things too.
What did you talk about? Tell me.
That the store was opened by your wife and you were just a hired manager. When I told her that my boyfriend was married, she was so worried about me. She said that her husband seemed to be having an affair somewhere else. She really doubted me.
What? What do you mean?
She said she knows that you're cheating on her, but she can't seem to get any proof, so she's having a hard time.
Seriously? My wife is aware that I'm cheating on you? Did she really say that? If it's a lie, you're in huge trouble.
I'm not lying. You can ask your wife if you want to. She wants a divorce as soon as she finds proof of the affair. Of course, she wants to kick you out of the shop too. I know how she feels. We hit it off.
You didn't say anything else, did you? You're telling the truth, right?
Of course, I couldn't tell her. By the way, your wife's haircut was excellent. I'm already her fan. I got her personal business card, so I think I'll go back to the salon.
Don't you dare to come back.
Is it okay to say that? I'm a valued customer, okay? It's awful to kick out a customer. You're a hired manager, so you shouldn't be cocky like that.
Shut up! You found out I'm married, didn't you? Then don't come to the salon anymore.
I guess I'll have to send you your stuff.
My stuff?
Your stuff are in my room. I'll send it to the address on your wife's business card.
Huh? Don't do that! Don't do anything unnecessary.
The building behind the salon is both your office and home. I'll send the stuff here.
I'll go get it at your place.
But I already sent it. It's Christmas. Think of it as a Christmas present from me.
What? You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, but I sent it to your wife. She was very nice to me the other day. A Christmas present from me to your wife.
Huh? You sent it to my wife? What are you doing? There's no excuse for something like that.
Yeah, I sent it to her with some date photos of me and stuff. Some of them are showing how intimate we were. There's too much evidence of infidelity. You have no excuse.
Proof of infidelity? What do you mean by pictures? Intimate? What kind of stuff did you send?
Date photos, kissing. The rest I'm too embarrassed to tell you. But don't worry. I'm hiding my face. I made sure to include an apology to your wife. I didn't know you were married, and I'm sorry.
You've got to be kidding me. What the hell were you thinking?
I bet that was the best Christmas present ever. Now your wife can leave her adulterous husband. Maybe Santa made her wish come true.
Seriously? If my wife divorces me, it's your fault. I'll sue you.
You can't sue me, but your wife can sue me all she wants. On the other hand, you will be sued by me. Are you sure you understand your current situation?
Are you going to sue me? Why should I be sued?
I'll sue you for deceiving me, of not telling me that you are a married man. But you won't win this battle. I can guarantee that 100%. I don't think your wife will forgive you for cheating either. You're free to do whatever you want.
I'm sorry that I deceived you. Can you stop sending my stuff? I'm so sorry.
I can't. You can't stop Santa Claus when he's delivering the mails.
I'm so sorry. I can't live with myself if my wife leaves me. I'll lose my job too. How will I survive if my income is cut off?
Anyway, have you ever heard of Black Santa Claus?
What's that?
People say that Black Santa comes and punishes bad kids. I wonder which Santa Claus will come for you. Merry Christmas, scumbag! I haven't heard from Toby since then. Of course, I have not been sued either. A few months later, I went to his wife's salon again. Toby was not there. According to his wife, the divorce was successfully finalized. I was impressed to see his ex-wife smiling so happily. Big sis, can I talk to you for a minute? You know we had a baby last year, right? Yeah, I know. My husband and I talked about it, and we decided that living in an apartment would be too hard for us. So we decided to move there together as a family. We want to raise our kids in a more relaxed environment. So I just want to let you know about that. What? No one told me that you're moving in with the whole family. Huh? Mom said it's fine. I don't have to listen to your opinion, right? No, as you know, I live in this house too. And now suddenly, you and your family are moving in. We have different working hours, wake-up time, and so on. So frankly speaking, it's a huge problem for me. Gosh, what should I do? Why don't we meet in person and discuss it with your husband in the room? It's not something that can be decided just by texting, is it? That won't be necessary. Why? I know there will be many problems if we live together. Instead of us moving in, you have to move out of the house. No kidding. Why should I do that? It's not a joke. I'm serious. Mom agrees with me too. Listen to me, Madison. Why are you going ahead with this without any discussion with me? I can't believe it. Well, you're not the owner of that house, are you? It was in our mother's name after our father left. So why are you acting like you're the owner? I'm paying for the bills of this house. I'm part of this family too. I've been supporting our mother ever since you left on your own. Now you want to come back because you have a baby and you can't make ends meet? Isn't that too easy? You can't just do whatever you like. By the way, I think you're misunderstanding something, but I don't need your permission. I mean, being a part of the family, it's kind of funny. You're just in that house because you're still single and don't have a place to stay, right? Why don't you take this as a good opportunity to be independent? You are too old to live together with Mom. It's embarrassing. For your information, I'm independent. You're living on your parents' dime and you're telling me that you are independent? Don't make me laugh. You're living off the inheritance from our father, right? I know exactly what you mean. What? I'm not living off my father's inheritance. I have a job and I use my income to pay for my living expenses. You don't know anything about me, so don't talk like you do. You have no right to boast of yourself since you're still living with Mom. I mean, Mom, who owns the house, says that she doesn't want you anymore. I agree with her anyway. Mom also says she'd rather live with her pretty daughter and adorable granddaughter than living with an introvert like you. Shut up and get out! Will you stop being such an annoying person? It makes me feel sorry for myself to have you as a sister. You know exactly what this house is like, and you want to move in? You'll regret it. Huh? Of course I won't regret it. That house is our parents' house. Of course, I know everything about it. That's not what I meant. Oh, gosh. Just forget it. I understand. I'm leaving. So why don't you do whatever you want? I'm sick of our mother's selfishness lately, and you're right. It's a good opportunity for me. You should have been honest with me from the beginning. If you did so, I wouldn't have gone through all this trouble. I'm so embarrassed to have you as my elder sister. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, about me moving out from the house, I need a month to find a new place to live. Yes, I understand. Oh, and just so you know, I won't be your guarantor for the apartment, okay? I don't want to get in trouble if you can't pay the rent. I'm not going to pay a single penny for you. I'm not going to depend on you guys from the beginning. Really? You've been living together with Mom for such a long time now, so I don't trust you. You're working part-time anyway, aren't you? I don't know if you can live on your own with such a modest income. Yeah, whatever. You can say what you want to say since I'm not going to listen to you anyway. Well, I'm busy with work, so I'll see you later. Sis, can I talk to you for a minute? What do you want? You don't need me anymore, do you? I need to borrow some money. What? Why? I thought you moved in with Mom because you could afford to pay for everything. Aren't you living off our father's inheritance? Why are you asking me for money? That's the thing. It doesn't matter. You're my sister. Help me. Let me guess. There is no such thing as our father's inheritance. Am I correct? I think we should call it debt. Yes, that's right. I wonder why Mom didn't tell me about this. I didn't keep it from you, okay? I mean, I told you at our father's funeral. I told you that I was going to disinherit anything related to our father because he had a bad debt. Didn't you listen to what I told you? Oh, maybe you only heard the part about disinheritance. You always cut out the parts that suited you, didn't you? I didn't know. Because Mom had a new car and the inside was remodeled and clean. I thought I had good access to money. I thought Mom was doing it with our father's inheritance. Unfortunately, I must say that it's my money she's been using. I mean, the only reason the house has lasted this long is because I earned and supported Mom. Mom has almost no savings. We've been able to live a normal life because I've been supporting her. I worked so hard on my own, so I wanted her to at least thank me for that. After living together for so many years, she seems to have forgotten all about that. Well, Mom always hates me. I guess she didn't want to admit the fact that she had a daughter like me who supports her. She was a proud woman. I can't believe it! If I had known about that, I would have stopped you from moving out! You want to use me as your ATM? No way. I mean, you're the one who told me to leave, right? Why are you playing the victim now? You kicked me out yourself, so don't rely on me. If you're so desperate for money, why don't you go to get a payday loan or something? They'll lend you the money right away. I don't have the money to pay that back. There's no way I can borrow money. That's why I'm asking you. Seems that this is more serious than I thought. Why don't you use your husband's salary then? You're a housewife. Why can't you handle the budget? His salary is not enough. We only have enough money to live on paycheck by paycheck. Then why don't you work? I can't. I have kids to take care of. Why don't you ask Mom to take care of them? Mom doesn't do anything for me. All she thinks about is spending money. That's right. She doesn't even do much housework, does she? I used to do all the work. But I think you just need to tell her that you can't do it. It seems like your family is already on the verge of collapse. If you don't do something about it, it'll be too late, you know? If you know what I'm talking about, then help me. You're my sister, right? Huh? I don't want to. I've been cut off from you since I left that house. Oh, and by the way, I already waived all inheritance rights, and there's no way you can try to put me on the hook for the debt. So this is completely your problem. Can you just leave me out of it? If you want money, why don't you try working hard? Well then, good luck. After that, Madison sent me daily messages asking for my help, but one day, it suddenly stopped. I was curious, so I took a peek at my parents' house and found it deserted. I wondered if they had run away at night. Well, I have cut off all ties with my family, so I have nothing to do with them anymore. When my relatives found out that I didn't help them to the end, they said I was a heartless daughter. When I told them to give their help to my family, they fell in silence. I have already cut ties with those relatives too. Fortunately, my friends are very understanding, and they all praised me for what I did. There are things that are unforgivable even in one's own family. I just couldn't forgive them. What do you think? Please let me know about your opinions in the comment section.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!